Picture Day is a huge tradition for grade school students, but it was devastating for one 8-year-old girl from Michigan. Marion Scott was denied school photos because she had red braids. A Black photographer in Chicago saw her story and wanted to boost her confidence, so he gave Marion her very own professional photo shoot, complete with fabulous new clothes that she gets to keep. And here's what Marion and her photographer, Jermaine Horton, had to say about the shoot.
Thank you, and I appreciate it, and I love the support.
I loved it so much that I actually brought one of my old school pictures with me. Let's take a look at it. I'm scared. Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Well, it's not as good as Marion's photo shoot, but it is what it is. So I think we have one more pic. Let's take a look at that. Oh, is that Nick?
Get that. I don't know. Where
Is that Nick?
That may
How
or may
old
not
were
be
you in
Nick.
that picture?
I think
And what grade?
17, 11th grade.
Oh, okay.
A little older than Marion, but
So can you imagine, Gwen, what it must be like to be Marion and be denied the opportunity to take your school photo along with your other classmates?
You know, I have to say that my heart just sank even at the thought, and I think for me, I'm thankful that I grew up in a very Black place, right? So I can't imagine the shame. I remember the excitement of getting all dressed up to be for picture day. You pick out your outfit the day before. Your mama helps you with your hair. Okay, your mama helps you with your hair. Very important part of this story. You know what I mean? And you're ready to go. Everyone's ready. And you're thinking about who's going to get one of your pictures when you get the pictures done. They snatched that from that child. And that's so devastating. Like, even I'm so glad they had to have the makeup for it, but the fact that they snatched those moments from her, there's still a trauma there. Like, I'm so glad that they were as quick as people to wrap their arms around her. But like, this only really just highlights the undergirding of anti-Blackness in our systems and in our institutions, right? Because whereas like any cultural terms, like she has this red hair because that's what, we're doing right now. Okay, we have red, we have turquoise, we're doing a lot of things in the hair. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And so it's for this Black girl to be like, oh, your hair isn't right. You're not good if you can't take a picture like everybody else. That is psyche damaging, right? And you literally have to pour into her double fold just to unpack that. And so thank God for these people to come in to do so. But like my child, I'm so glad I can't imagine my childhood would be wrecked from something like that. Like,
Right.
I don't even want to.
Devastating.
I'm devastated already.
So the school handbook says that you cannot have unnatural colored hair. And so based on that, they denied her taking the school pictures. What do you think of this rule? I mean, is it actionable?
it may be actionable, but the larger question is, there was a lack of respect for Black culture embedded in our policies from the beginning. From the start of this country, right? And so we've seen many stories of young people of color being told that they can't wear this outfit or they can't have their hair looking a certain way, and it's really just disrespecting the Black experience. We may recall the young man in New Jersey who had his locks sheared when he was at a wrestling match. That was a rule book. Marion suffered from a rule book, but these stories are not unique. They happen all across the country. So really the issue is people in government, lawmakers need to recognize that folks in different communities, including Black and brown folks, we just may have a little bit of a nuance in terms of how we wear our hair, how we dress. And that needs to be reflected in the laws, policies, and rules that we implement at the federal, state, and local levels.
And this is the thing, to pinpoint on that policy note about natural, right? And this natural color, right? Because it's any little caveat to discriminate a person of color, right? So for one thing, it's okay, it has to be its natural color, but when it's in its natural state, it's problematic. You can't have cornrows, you can't have dreadlocks, you can't do so-and-so. You need to pick and choose, you can't, the inconsistencies are literally rooted in institutionalized racism, and you see that at the base level of our founding institutions like our educational systems.
So more than a dozen photographers offered to give this little girl a photo shoot. What do you think it is about her story that inspired so many people?
I think she's a young, beautiful Black queen that suffered at the hands of policies that probably people that like us didn't create. So the fact that folks stepped up and gave her this wonderful photo shoot, I think hopefully that helps to make her whole. And it shows other young people to express yourself, be yourself, because at the end of the day, we're all humans and we should be allowed to express ourselves, regardless of what the law says.
Well said. Well, shout out to the photographer and the entire community for coming together to let Marion know that she is beautiful and worthy just the way she is. Shine on, little sister. So that's all for today. I want to thank my guests, Gwen and Nick, for joining us and sharing their candid commentary. And as always, thank you for watching. I'm Marlie. See you next time.